Another great question regarding the other question we discussed yesterday. A friend asked, what about pre-workouts? And if I'm understanding the question correctly, what about pre-workouts plus creatine plus amino acids? And in a light sum up, I agree. You can combine them all with consideration. With consideration to the kind of pre-workout you're taking, meaning the ingredients, and how you're either staggering or layering those nutrients before the workout. Everyone's body is different. Depending on the creatine you take, some are really aggressive, strong, potent. Personally, I am referring to like the synthetic pre-workouts that contain vasodilators and high caffeine, synthetic caffeines versus a natural-based caffeine. And the effects can be heating. They actually make you hot. The vasodilating effect increases heart rate, cardiovascular strain. It'll provide a tingling sensation of your skin's pores and the capillaries from expanding in the blood, and your veins expanding to pump more blood. Essentially, the effect of synthetic pre-workouts is it opens your vascular ways, it opens your lung tissues, it opens you up to process more blood flow so that you have more adrenaline, which is a hormone, so it's a hormone dysregulator, and you have the capacity to, in essence, embody a fight or flight response where, yes, you have a micro window of increased strength capacity, but it's going to drain your adrenal system. It's going to stress your body out. It's tapping into your hormone bank, which just doesn't need to be tapped into unless necessary. And so when we're taking these pre-workouts, these synthetic pre-workouts regularly, we are regularly putting our body under a chemically induced stress state to work out, which sure, you can go down a rabbit hole of discussion and debate on that. There are benefits. Long-term, is it ideal for health? I would say not. There are other things you can take that are still a pre-workout and where they may require you to tap into your own commitment, dedication, grit, will to persevere and persist and make your own motivation and drive to work out. That is more holistic, healthy, and sustainable and beneficial than relying on a chemical to give your body that chemical reaction to be like, oh, what's going on? And then just go lift a bunch of weight. Is it a great intro for some people? Yes. You know, if you're struggling with mental health, with lack of motivation, if you're brand new to the world of like getting up to go to the gym, it can be a momentary beneficial stimulant to get you into that environment, into the routine, into the practice. Are they addictive? Yes, just like anything is addictive, especially ritualistically. Anything can be addictive ritualistically. And when we're getting physical stimulating effects, that can be very addictively cyclic in routine. Some natural pre-workouts you can take contain beet, coconut, electrolytes, minerals, adaptogenic herbs, blends of different variety. There's a ton of adaptogenic herbs. A pre-workout is essentially a mineral, ideally like a nutrient mineral-based drink you consume before your workout to aid your workout. Now, if you're talking like gym bro life and people are like, oh, did you take your pre-workout? They're usually referring to the high energy boosting, vasodilating, high intense caffeine powder blends that jack you up. Now, if somebody just says, oh yeah, I take a pre-workout, inquire. Be like, what kind do you take? Why do you take it? What are the effects? Blah, blah, blah. You can also take post-workout blends, which aid in recovery and soothing your nervous system and muscle repair and providing nutrient, mineral-rich content to aid your body in repairing the destruction you just caused it. That's how we build muscle. We rip and tear the muscle. If you're taking like a yoga class, if you're doing more ligament, tendon, muscle stretching, that is more of a lubricating process, and you aren't necessarily going to need things to repair muscle because you're not destroying the muscle. If you're lifting weight, if you're maxing out, if you're pushing your body and causing damage via tearing of the tissues from weight, aid your body with nutrition that will help rebuild those muscles. Recovery. It's a great question. I drink yerba mate before I go to the gym. That's my caffeine, natural source of caffeine. Yerba mate is a alkalizing, mineralizing, nutritious caffeine source, whereas coffee is a high pH, acidic, not mineralizing, not body aiding in the sense of rejuvenation. It's kind of the yin to the yang, yang to the yin, whatever order of both coffee and mate. I prefer it is a slow increasing caffeinated stimulant with a slow come down, whereas coffee is a high peaking stimulant and an abrupt come down. Yerba mate does not provide a jitter effect like caffeine. It can provide a elevated stimulating effect, which if you're sensitive to caffeines, you may note it is felt completely different than coffee. Green tea is the same. Green tea can kind of be abrasive and not feel good in some people's bodies or affect their GI tract with an indigestion or an acid reflux or something like that. There are tons of ways to consume yerba mate. There are tons of ways to consume pre-workouts, different varieties, different kinds. You can make your own. You can spend a lot of money. You can get the cool ones. Synthetic pre-workouts also often contain dyes and synthetic flavors and fake sugars. Not a fan at all. So consider your source, consider why, read the ingredients, and ask questions like, well, why would I take this? And what are the effects of what I'm taking? And can I take something else to gain similar effects with less effects from the effects? Cheers.